So, you think you're untouchable?
Word life.
Oh, that's a good song.
Me?
Oh yeah. No, because I feel one back, and I was like, "What are you just?" But it's fine.
Well, I think
Yeah.
it becomes a problem when it's used as your primary source of
Sexual gratification.
pleasure and sexual gratification, when it becomes your an addiction, or when it becomes like a wedge between you and a partner, or in terms of when, let's say, you see something on this video and then you go home and you're like, hey babe, let's try this, and she's like, nah, I don't want to try it, and then you try and force an issue, or
Actually,
it becomes like a thing where you're like, screw you, then I'm gonna go find someone
You're too
else,
adventurous,
Yeah.
True,
like
because
type of thing.
it also raises how what's what I'm looking for. Porn makes women look much like, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. It makes women, like in a way it makes a woman seem like she don't really have control in the bedroom type of thing that much, minus the writing aspect of it. Like everything else is you. Especially those hardcore videos, like hardcore videos. You know what I mean? We're just getting clapped in there. And now you thinking this is gonna work, and you take home girls like, alright, whoa.
Wait a minute.
I think
That's some
also,
abuse.
I think that's also another problem with porn. It like minus the whole babe, let's try this. It gives you a perspective on a certain gender or whatever, or person, like, big boobs is what's in, or like, you gotta have a 10-inch little man's, or
This
not
is
so
true.
little man's, to be able to pleasure a girl or whatever.
Actually, it's true because I've actually spoken to a couple of people where, like I've said, I've always spoken about how big dicks are actually the way forward. Apparently it isn't. Like apparently, which I've seen in a way, it's about how you do it, not really necessarily the size of little man's.
Technique.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
But-
your stroke game, not your size.
But
Technique kids.
But that also works on both sides, even for females. Like, it's very, like, especially like developing females are very impressionable, and then you watch all this pornography with very specific body type women. It's the same in social media and everywhere. It's
And that's
very
why we want
specific body
perfection.
type, and it's
technique.
Yeah.
like why I should look like her. I should strive to be like that so that I can be
or like-
acceptable. So
Like I think I'm gonna admit something a little bit. So I'm about to get really deep. So I hope parental guidance is really advised at the moment. So I dated someone where she's a virgin, but I never pressured her like into it, if that makes sense. Like I wasn't that type of boyfriend. I loved her for who she was. My point is, I didn't pressure her to have sex, but I did also still want it. Even though I loved her so much, like I wanted it though. That's the thing. So that just shows, I think, how important sex is within our, what's what I'm looking for?
Generation.
Within our generation. So yeah, because we didn't have sex, I think personally I developed a porn addiction because we didn't have sex, and because I didn't want to cheat on her. So due to those reasons, I didn't have sex with other girls. Even if there were other girls I could have had sex with, I just didn't. And because I had such an urge to want to have sex, I fell into that trap, that porn addiction trap, because the only way I find I can satisfy myself, right, is by watching porn and masturbation. So I don't know how for other people porn is addictive, but for me, that's how it was addictive. Personally, I feel that's how it was addictive. And do understand, for everyone it's different in relationships. Not everyone has the same mindset in relationships. That's why I feel like we will touch on relationships one day, but that's why I feel like when you go into a relationship, make your intentions clear as to the type of person you are. Likely I had a girlfriend who was like, listen dog, I don't have sex. I've never had sex. And I was like, okay. But she told me, I respected that. But for other people, what I'm saying right now, maybe it's not a problem. It's like, but why do you need to have sex? Just shake hands. No, bro. For me, I like it. But sex is important in your relationship, in my opinion. Please, let's put it out there. In my opinion.
I think it's not so much, maybe for some people.
It's one of the elements out of all the things
For
that
some- yeah.
make
But for you
For some
personally,
people-
for a relationship,
Yeah.
but for your own relationship,
Yeah.
sex is very important.
For-
For, other
for-
people, it may not.
For some people,
Mm.
for some
So it's
people, I
not
don't
saying
think.
that sex is important in a relationship, just to you
to me
in your
yeah,
relationships, not in everyone else.
For
Not
some
necessarily
people,
everyone else.
I think for some people, it's not so much the sex that's important; it's that intimacy. Yes, you can.
There you go. It
you
slaps.
Can, you can.
Yeah, it slaps. It slaps. That's my point. It slaps a lot better when you're in love. That's my point. Actually, thank you for raising that. Sorry to cut you out. When you're in a relationship, they say it slaps. Now, my ass wouldn't know about that because I never had sex with someone I love.
It was always like one of those.
But apparently it slaps. All my friends say it slaps, bro. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I think for some people,
It slaps.
It slaps. It slaps. It's the intimacy and it's the close. I mean, of course, you can get intimacy in other ways, you know.
But like, there's nothing more intimate than just like having sex with your partner.
There's no other, I guess. There's no closer connection,
Yeah.
or there's no closer. I guess. What's the word, like formation, or where the physical connection and the emotional connection sort of blob into one. There's nothing else that's as.
But that's not saying you need to have sex in a relationship to have intimacy, to experience.
Like I
that
said,
intimacy.
there's other ways you can experience intimacy.
True. But I'm just saying, for guys like me, right, where I'm not saying it's a need, but it slaps, you know. Like I want it to slap. I want it to slap. That's what I'm trying to say. But anyway, just be careful not to drift into the porn. Actually, more than anything, that's what I was trying to say. Everyone has a different way of porn addiction, but that's how. Be careful of how you drift into porn, because the next time you get into sex or something like that, your mindset, and I've seen it sometimes, your mindset thinks the way you've seen the video. So because you've seen the video and you're like, wow. And you forget that some of these chicks, yes, they're having sex, but they're also actors. It's one thing we don't think about. They're actors. They have to act the way they act. Now you're thinking homegirl's gonna do the same thing. No! It can be an addictive thing and it can ruin something. And when you have actual sex, sometimes it's like you had sex, but then you're not really satisfied. You're like,
It raises the expectations
Yeah.
of everyone, and at the end, sex isn't like porn, and you're not gonna you're both gonna come out of this like, oh well, that was underwhelming.
yeah.
Well, sometimes it can be maybe if you guys watch the same video together and you're like, okay, let's
That's
try
what I'm
this
saying.
out, and they're like,
Yeah.
I bet.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm
toys,
saying.
the
There's-
handcuffs, Nana.
Yeah, like when you watch it with your partner, like, okay, no, maybe we can try this sex move, or like I saw this type of thing. But like if you're watching it on your own, like maybe it's like a daily routine with you,
Yeah.
like maybe 5 days in the week you have to watch
Yeah.
porn, and then you get a girlfriend or
Or you
boyfriend
have
at
to
some
watch
type
porn
of-
to get in the mood.
Yeah. And then like when it's time to please your partner and get down with it, like you can't really deliver because like it wasn't what you expected. Like
I'm telling you,
It's
it's
not
those
how
it's
you
those
see
people
it.
that pay for PH Premium, bro. When they pay for the premium
Porn
subscription,
premium.
Pornhub
Oh shit!
Premium.
I didn't even know what that was. I won't even lie. But okay,
It's those people that
you pay for that.
No, I'm saying
No, not you. I mean,
Like, do people pay for
No,
that?
People pay for that, bro.
Yeah.
That's when it's big. That's
Oh,
like
hell no.
as soon as you put your card details in and you click buy, or you click subscribe or whatever.
yeah.
As soon as you do that,
actually, that reminds me of something.
it's over.
That reminds me of something. I just
hardly look at yourself in the mirror and talk.
It says my one friend. So our one friend was supposed to be here, but she's not here. But she had that type of problem where the guy she used to date, was so into sex that he would like have sex. It's like she would have shit sex, like very shit sex, and also what else? He'd have a very big addiction to it, and as a result, all he's done is like bang every girl that he knows.
What?
Like he just bangs whoever he sees, but he lies to them. I won't even lie. Like he lies to them. Like as gents, that's why we're also gonna get into shit like with relationships as gents. Like we like to, I don't know about chicks, but as gents we like to shy at girls and say we're dating them. Meanwhile, there's like 5 other chicks we're with as well that we're dating, and because we're not showing them on social. And I've noticed that's also another big issue with the social media showing thing, because a girl wants to be seen on social media. If you really love her, you can show her, but you don't want to show it too early because you don't want people being on your back and saying she's cheating or you're cheating. But at the same time, you need to show her to show that she's yours. But also, if you don't show her, then she's also thinking there's other chicks in the background, And those other chicks are also thinking, why am I not shown? But this is why she's not shown, because there's other chicks. So it's such a complicated issue, but we'll get to that some other day. But anyway, just to wrap this up, because we've talked too long on this topic, and you guys may think we're addicts, and we're not. And also, this is not only to point it out at men. Also, I just want us to point out, we're not saying men are the only addicts. Maybe there are female addicts. It's just that I don't know of any female addicts. But I know of male addicts.
I've
Personally.
met female addicts.
Like, I feel like with gents, you just share anything. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're quite
Girls
disgusting.
girls are a lot better at concealing.
Yeah.
Fair
Can
enough,
I
that's
get
true.
really feminist right now?
Yeah,
about
tell
it?
me.
Sure.
The reason men are more open about it and the reason women are less open about it because of years of men degrading women because of their sexuality, because of them being sexually active. Like the whole
Oh yeah, calling you
calling you a slut, calling you a
Okay,
whore,
yeah.
calling you a prude
Fair,
if you don't
fair.
do anything at all. So that's why women
Mm.
are more closed about it than
Fair.
men are. Cause men, it's like having sex is like, oh, a trophy. You know, you've
Yeah.
earned something when you have sex. A woman, like, oh, you've had sex. You're tainted. You're a tainted.
In fact, it
flower.
just
It's true.
that's true, but also I think it just shows also
So that's why women are a lot more closed about it. Sorry.
true. No, I'm sorry. Okay, that's why we have you here, so that you can show us and tell us the way. We don't want to say some shit here, and then you're like, yeah, you got.
Wait a minute.
That's what we need. We need it. That's why I say, luckily we don't have two other girls here that were supposed to be here for the balance, because that's what we need—a balance of opinion from a female perspective. Because we don't want to just speak as men, saying
As
men
yeah.
related shit, and then you guys watch this, and then you're like, men are like this. No, like we need that, you know.